and simultaneously where you can watch us virtually or listen virtually if you like. Or you could also call into these two phone numbers 070-555-51985, or you could also call 080-550-0950. Yes, those two phone numbers admit your calls into our live studio this morning. But I also say special hello to listeners joining us from Oluyole 96.3 FM and Agilete 92.1 FM. Once again, my name is Toby Ajoli. Well, without further ado, we start off with cricket this morning. Where Nigeria is set to host the men's T20 World Africa Sub-Regional C qualifiers for the second successive year. And yes, that competition is set to bat off from October 18th to October 25th. A week-long event set to take place later in the year. The Yellow Greens will be facing Gambia, Lesotho, Mozambique, Uganda and Zambia in a 16 tournament as the two top sides will advance to the regional finals next year 2027 as the ultimate prize being qualification spot for the 2028 T20 World Cup on Australia and New Zealand. Yes, Nigeria won the title on home soil last year in Abuja but fell short on the regional stage as they couldn't take it one step further. Meanwhile, in the other sub-regional qualifiers, the B zone has been completed with Tanzania and Ghana progressing as winners as Botswana will be hosting the sub-regional qualifier from May 23rd to 30th in the country's capital of Gaborone. So that's the update from cricket this morning. From there to women's football, Nigeria's Flamingos, that's under 17 women's national team. Well, they've potentially discovered what their group opponent will look like. That is, if they qualify for the 2026 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Morocco, as the African qualifiers is still in the second round stage, with 4 teams expected to book a spot at the competition. Well, Nigeria will be away to Guinea late this weekend in the Ivorian economic capital of Abidjan, as the Flamingos will be hosting their fellow West Africans at the second leg at the Remo Star Sport Institute in Ikene next week Saturday, and they'll be facing the winners of the tie between neighbors Benin Republic and Sierra Leone in the final qualifying round if they scale the hurdle. And the Flamingos will occupy CAF slot 1, which has been placed in Group B of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. And yes, it will be a group of death. Yes, you heard correctly. That is, if Nigeria qualifies for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, because they could be facing holders as North Korea, Poland and Puerto Rico as the other teams in the group. So it's all to play for the girls ahead of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, which kicks off from October 17th to November 7th later this year. Wishing them all the best. From there to domestic football scene, I will start right here from the city of Ibadan, because is the build-up to the May 31st football fiesta, where we see the ex-Ibadan Internationals are facing off with the ex-Super Eagles stars, and one man has now lent his voice ahead of that novelty match. Well, former Nigerian international Dimeji Lawal, a whole lot of you know him as Kabongo, he has become the latest football legend to add his voice and presence to the great excitement surrounding the highly anticipated May 31st football fiesta between the ex-Ibadan professionals and ex-Super Eagles at the Lagos Salami Sport Complex at the Adamasimba area of Ibadan. Well, Kabongo, whose football journey saw him proudly represent Nigeria at different levels, including the Golden Eaglets, that's the Under-17s, the Flying Eagles, that's the Under-20, and ultimately the Super Eagles of Nigeria, expressed delight at being part of a football celebration designed to unite legends and reconnect them with supporters who stood behind him during their active years. Remember, Kabongo played for the likes of Femo Scorpions, Julius Berger, Shooting Stars, and European-based Stars describe the initiative as a beautiful platform that goes beyond football by celebrating memories, friendship, and the rich heritage of the game. And the FIFA Under-17 and Under-20 World Cup silver medalist has expressed happiness at the opportunity to reunite with his former teammates and senior colleagues who will be making their way right here to the big brown city of Ibadan as that novelty match will be kicking off, as I said, on May 31st. And he has passionately called on football lovers, supporters, and general public to come out in large numbers to witness a football festival as the icons of the game once brought joy to millions of Nigerians who will be standing firm, old but not tired. We're still with football stories through the President Federation's Cup, the round of 64, which has now been completed. Remember, Shooting Stars defeated Kebbi United 2-1 at the FIFA Goal Project pitch in Abuja. That was on Wednesday. As Oyo State, other representative, that's Crown Football Club of Ogbomoso, defeated their opponent, Signage Football Club, by 2-0. Right now, the pairings for the round of 32 fixtures is now known. It will be Kwara United taking on Sakoto United, Sapele Lions of Delta will be taking on Adamawa United, as Crown Football Club of Ogbomoso will be taking on Bendel Insurance in their own round of 32 fixture. El Kaneme Warriors of Maiduguri will be taking on Aqua United. Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan will be coming up against the Crocodiles, that is Akada Warriors. Wiki Tories versus Bayelsa United. Peter Lions of Niger State versus Warriors, as Flight Football Club will be taking on Mighty Jets of Jos. Rivers United and Rangers International will be headlining round of 32 fixtures, as Ejigbo City will be taking on Nasarawa United. It will be Kogi United versus Plateau United. Ingles Football Club versus FC Basira, as Ikorodu City will be slugging it out with Jigawa Golden Stars, as Imba Football Club versus Gombe United. Sunshine Stars, that's the under-19 side, will be taking on Warinji FC, as Barao Football Club will be going toe-to-toe with Abakaliki Football Club. Still with domestic football stories for the Nigeria Premier Football League, as this match day later go down on Sunday. That's May 24th. The Chief Operating Officer of the Nigeria Premier Football League, David Tinomi, has now revealed that the league body has prepared 2 trophies ahead of the dramatic final match day. Remember, the 2025-2026 MPFL season reaches the climax, and it will be decided on the final day, as we could see a potential champion between the Flying Antelopes, Enugu Rangers, or the Pride of Rivers, that is Rivers United. League leaders and 8-time champions Rangers will be traveling to Lagos, as they'll be facing the Oga Boys Ikorodu City at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, while Rivers United has thrown the gates open as they will be hosting Katsina United at the Adokia Macy Marcus Stadium. And this is the first time in over a decade that the MPFL title will be decided on the final match day. Well, the closest which we had to these was that Super 6 playoff tournament, which Enyimba Football Club in the process won their 9th NPFL championship. So it's all to play for ahead of Sunday, and giving you the fixtures expected on Sunday. That is match day 38, set to go down on Sunday, May 24th in Aba. It will be Enyimba Football Club, host of El Kanemi Warriors and Niger Tornadoes versus Shooting Stars in Mina, Niger State. Barao Football Club versus Nasarawa United in Kano. Warriors versus Abia Warriors. Bendel Insurance versus Remo Stars. Bayelsa United versus Kwara United. Askun Khalifa at the Danayam Stadium will be taking on Wiki Tourist. Rivers United versus Katsina United. Ikorodu City versus Enugu Rangers, and Plateau United versus Kano Pillars. All of these games will be kicking off at the same time, 4 p.m. across all venues. and giving you what the MPFL table looks like right now. Sitting on top of the table, it is Enugu Rangers with 65 points after 37 matches played. Rivers United in second place, 64 points, 1 point the difference between the first and second place. And of course, Shooting Stars in third position, currently occupying the last automatic qualification spot to the CAF Confederations Cup with 60 points. But we have Ikorodu City in fourth place with 58 points. And I tell you, it is still all to play for between both sides because Shooting Stars are victory against Niger Tornadoes away in Mina on Sunday. We'll see a return to the continent for Shooting Stars, while if they slip in that fixture, Ikorodu City can take advantage. That is if they defeat Enugu Rangers, who are also eyeing the MPFL title. So it is all to play for from first place to fourth position on the MPFL. Let's take a look at what the relegation scrap looks like. Two sides have already confirmed their ticket to next season's NNL. That is a Wiki Toys of Bauchi and Bayelsa United. Bayelsa United in 19th and the Wiki Toys in 20th place. Both sides on 40 points. Around 18th position, we have Niger Tornadoes with 45 points. Warri Rose in 17th with 46 points. And we have Remo Stars in 16th place with 46 points. We also have Kun Khalifat 46 points in 15th and Iyemba with 46 points in 14th place. So I tell you, it is all to play for. It is all to look ahead to in the Nigeria Premier Football League ahead of the last match of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Right now, let us switch gears and go straight for it as we eat. 15 minutes to the hour of 8. Go to the camp of the Three Lions of England.
àkókò tí ń gbẹ́dùn ọjọ́ pẹ́ oore ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ̀mí gígùn fẹ́ni tẹ́dùmàrè fẹ́ sóore ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé fún àṣẹ́bà kú ìṣe òtán rárá àgbà òpèdè tẹ́ ti mọ̀ bí ẹ mọ́wó ni abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ̀ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àgbà ló ń pẹ́ gbogbo ènìyàn káàkiri àgbáyé pé ẹ wá gbóhùn lárugẹ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ nínú akéwì tó mọ̀ pé àtàtà èdè 50 ọdún rere tó ti ń pèdè fẹ̀yọ̀ abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ̀ fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún 50 ọdún pẹ̀lú ètò ìkówójọ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n mílíọ̀nù fún kíkọ́ ilé ìmọ̀ èdè ewì kíké Yorùbá Poetry Institution abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ̀ ẹ̀jájọ gbárùkù tí lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ towótowó ọjọ́ 23 oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2026 ní ó wáyé o ní gbàgede bísúwẹ́sì ratawu hall oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn aago 12 lálejò bẹ̀rẹ̀ alága lọ́jọ́ náà mọ́gàjí aṣíwájú Nurudeen Akande PhD mọ́gàjí gbọ́lágadé akéré mọ́gàjí kọ́lá olóòtú ọmọ àdábánidà alájà ọlá mọ́mí Ìbàdàn ọba ń kalẹ̀ ọba Ajíbádé Dansalao àṣìpa Olúbàdàn ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ọmọọba Adéníyì ẹ̀sìn lókun balẹ̀ Masud ọlálẹ́yẹ olóyè Fákọ́ládé padà ẹ̀rọ olóyè Àjàní Adúródẹkùn olùgbàlejò àgbà Yínká Ayéfẹ́lẹ́ MON ọ̀pọ̀ ìkan sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ní òpéjú síbẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbé Abíadé Mọ̀rádéyọ̀ lárugẹ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àgbà ń pè yín ẹjẹ́ àjọ ṣe.
Nàìjíríà ilẹ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó sì ń gbé ní ìrẹ́pọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n báwo la ṣe lè fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ àti pé báwo la ṣe lè ní àǹfààní sáwọn tó ṣe pàtàkì. ẹ wá gbọ́ àgbékalẹ̀ ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan POA lábẹ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àdúgbò tó ń gbé wà fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ètò ààbò tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ ká fojú inú wò ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ tó dájú tó sì jẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tó wà ìrọ̀rùn gbáà ni.
pẹ̀lú ìwé ẹ̀rí mi tuntun ó rọrùn fún mi láti yáwó ní báńkì mi wọ́n rí àrídájú ibi tí mò ń gbé inú mi sì dùn gan.
mo lo tèmi fún okòwò mi ó yára ó sì dájú kódà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn ràn mí lọ́wọ́ láti tọ́ mi sọ́nà. ìforúkọsílẹ̀ àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ jẹ́ ètò tó dájú tí ó sì lè ṣe àwọn àǹfààní sílẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn. ìwé ẹ̀rí yìí yóò dáàbò bo ọjọ́ ọ̀la rẹ yóò fòpin sí ìwà ọ̀daràn tí ètò ààbò tó péye yóò sì wà pẹ̀lú fún gbogbo ènìyàn. fi ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ hàn lónìí jẹ́ ká jọ gbé orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gòkè àgbà kàn sí àwọn ilé ìfìwéránṣẹ́ àti ibùgbé ìforúkọsílẹ̀ tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀.
ìkéde ìwà láti ọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí NIPOST àti ALGON.
Yes, you're welcome back from the commercial break. You're still on to Sportit Bit right here from live studios of Oluyole 98.5 FM. The champions that I'm your host so far, Toby Ajewale, as I have been giving you a whole lot of sporting stories. Well, before the break, I told you that we were moving straight to the foreign scene, and we'll be starting right now from the camp of the Three Lions of England. They won the World Cup just once so far in their history. That was when they hosted in 1966 as they beat Germany in that final. Right now they have a German coach Thomas Tuchel currently taking charge of the boys, and right now Thomas Tuchel, the head coach of English national team, has now named his 26-man England squad, which is expected to be released today, Friday. But as you know, a whole lot of journalists have been snooping, and according to multiple reports, Manchester State's Phil Foden and Chelsea's Cole Palmer are set to miss out from that 26-man England World Cup squad. Also missing out is Harry Maguire, who has said he is shocked and gutted at the decision. Well, Aston Villa's Oli Watkins is set to be included after helping his side to win the Europa League on Wednesday, alongside Halali striker Ivan Toney, who scored 32 goals in 32 matches in the Saudi Arabian League this season. Morgan Gibbs-White is set to miss out even after having a stellar performance for Nottingham Forest, and a whole lot of shocks expected later today when that list is made public. Also missing out as the likes of Chelsea's defender Levi Colwill, AC Milan's defender Fikayo Tomori, but one man who has been reportedly mentioned in that list is Noni Madueke, Arsenal's winger, and is joined by a Premier League winning teammate Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, and Eberechi Eze, who are set to be rewarded for their excellent form when they place in the final 26. We're seen in England. Right now, the English Football Association is investigating Southampton after the club admitted on spying on 3 of their championship opponents during the past season by observing their training sessions within 72 hours of matches. Southampton have already been expelled from the championship playoffs as Middlesbrough has been reinstated for tomorrow's final against Hull City. So there's a whole lot to look ahead to. Well, I will give you update. I will give you updates regarding the English Premier League. Because we'll be looking ahead to the final match day of the English Premier League season later this weekend. Match day 38 of 38 will also be played on Sunday 4 p.m. as Manchester City will be facing off with Aston Villa, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Manchester United, Fulham versus Newcastle, Spurs versus Everton, hoping to escape the drop. Liverpool versus Brentford. We'll be seeing 2 relegated sides facing each other in Burnley and Wolves, Nottingham Forest versus AFC Bournemouth, West Ham versus Leeds, Sunderland versus Chelsea, and a London derby between Crystal Palace and Arsenal Football Club. I'm giving you what the English Premier League table looks like right now. Well, Arsenal already confirmed champions of the EPL with 82 points after 37 matches played. City in second place with 78 points. have Manchester United in third with 68 points. Aston Villa in fourth place with 62, and Liverpool in fifth place with 59 points. And that is so far what the UEFA Champions League places looks like right now. And to the Europa League, it is AFC Bournemouth in 6th place and Brighton in 7th. But that could change come Sunday when all of these matches are played. And we now have two sides already relegated from English Premier League. That is 19th place Burnley and Wolves in 20th place. And it's all to play for as West Ham are currently in 18th in the last relegation place. We have Spurs in 17th. And those two sides are the only sides left that could potentially join the likes of Burnley and Wolves in the relegation scrap. Well, right now from there we go straight to motorsport, and that is Formula 1 this morning, where one man is said he would not retire from the sport because Formula 1's engine rules for next year is now something that he is looking forward to. I'm talking about Max Verstappen, because Verstappen said after the Japanese Grand Prix that he was considering his future because of what he sees as the damaging effect of this year's new engines on the experience of driving an F1 car. And F1 bosses are working on a package of changes that moves away from the nominal 50-50 split between the internal combustion and the electrical power to reduce the need for energy management, which has dominated racing this year. And Verstappen said, and I quote, "It will make the product better, so that means I am happier, and that's what I want, to be able to continue and perform well. For me, I'm happy where I'm at, and I see the team really progressing, and that's also very exciting for me." The words of Max Verstappen. One man has also said he has no thought of stopping racing in Formula 1, and that is Lewis Hamilton. And Hamilton says the difficult first season for Ferrari in 2025 raised questions about his future in F1 and whether he could leave the sport at the end of the season. But Hamilton confirmed that for the first time he was still contracted to Ferrari for next season. The 7-time champion, who is currently 41 years of age, said everything was clear to him and he's still focused and still motivated and still loves what he does. And of course that is looking ahead to the resumption of races on the Formula 1 calendar. Well, right now it's all to look for in the world of sport. Well, right now in the world of boxing, well, there's been a whole lot of social media back and forth between Tyson Fury and even Anthony Joshua, as both boxers look ahead to that British heavyweight bout that could be world breaking in terms of prize monies and even viewership, and even Alexander Usyk as he will be boxing in Egypt. Well, tomorrow morning by 7:30 a.m. Oluyole will be giving details of that and many more in the world of sport. But it's time for me to drop anchor on the program. See my BYEs right now, but not to worry, you can join me on the television service of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State at 2 p.m. for Sport Update. Well, it's the weekend and the weekend starts here. Do enjoy the rest of your Friday, and on behalf of the guys in the studio, we'll see you next time.
Kò kéde ọjà rẹ nílé akéde Oluyole FM 98.5 kíkéde ọjà rẹ kó lè kún níbàárà rẹ la.
Bí kò ṣe lágbára tó kò sólò ògùn tó lè rí kí ikú
iná lè láì wá iná lè rọ̀jì hùn Allah ọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ láti wá ọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ náà lápadà sí kábíyèsí aláìlúwà alhaji ọba dr jimoh adébámiró quadre mẹ́fọ́lùkejì alákòóso ti lákòóso kingdom ti wájà his royal highness mẹ́fọ́lùkejì papòdà lọ́jọ́ 11 oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí lẹ́yìn ọdún 87 87 years ó sì wọ káàlẹ̀ sọ lọ́jọ́ kan náà nílànà ti ẹ̀sìn islam nítorí mùsùlùmí hánà òótọ́ òní bàbá wa bàbá abẹ́rẹ́ prophetess bámidélé ọkọ ọ̀pọ̀ olórí tí wọ́n ṣàbíamọ́ ó fi ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ àti àwọn àrọ́mọdọ́mọ gbẹ̀yìntẹ́yìn ṣe pẹ̀lú àtìlẹyìn àlá ọjọ́ sátidé yìí May 23 ni a ṣe ẹ̀yẹ ìkẹyìn fún aláyélúwà alhaji ọ̀mọ̀wé ọba jimoh adébámiró quadre ní pápá àṣírí st andrews catholic primary school oru awa ìlàkòrú pẹ̀lú àdúrà nílànà ti ẹ̀sìn islam láago 10 àárọ̀ 10 a.m. sí 12 ọ̀sán 12 noon 12 ọ̀sán ó ní ètò àlejò gbígbà reception yóò gbéra sọ bí ìrọ̀lẹ́ nílé ẹ̀kọ́ alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ anderu